And every time when you face this challenge, your mind is like, why are we doing that? So if you don't have a strong enough why, after some time you just tend to give up. So that's not something that we want to do, because if it's something that is so aligned with our purpose, we do want to also link it to a strong enough why to make sure that we succeed. Welcome everyone to LifewithLiza podcast. Our mission at LifewithLiza is to share people's stories and the challenges that they have overcome, so that those who are listening in can get the strength, the courage, and the hope to be their better selves. And today we have a special edition episode where I'm your guest and I'll be sharing my stories, things that I've learned recently, and just having a one-on-one catch-up with you. I really enjoy solo episodes, as I feel that in those you get to know me a bit more and also what's going on in my life, and we build a bit more of the personal relationship. And I have to admit to you guys now, as I'm recording this more personal interview, not interview, but the personal episodes, that I re-recorded it. I could not handle the background noise in the previous episodes, even though I told you I will. But the perfectionist inside of me said that the noise is too much and I can do better for you guys. So here is another episode that I'm recording. I wanted to talk about a few things that I've learned from traveling recently, taking a step back, and then the importance of rest and coming back into work into full force, and getting to know yourself even better. I think a lot of the times, I think that whenever I take rest, my progress will be cancelled and I'm actually going backwards unless I'm taking steps constantly forward, without realizing not only how important it is to take the time off just to get the strength and the energy back, but actually sometimes taking a step back and getting that rest in is something that will help us propel us forward. It will help us to get even more clarity on what we want to achieve, who we are. Of course, if the rest and that taking a step back is done in a proper way, in the right way, which is for you. So the one that I've been personally doing was just traveling, visiting lots of different places and spending very little time on social media. So I actually deleted Instagram, TikTok, and all other media platforms, and was just very much in the moment, enjoying life, and it gave me so much peace. And I felt that this was the vacation where I truly re-energized and managed to rest. And my biggest fear of me is stopping to post or not being as active, that it will backfire. It actually did, and nothing happened. But then I came back, and also I'm now in London and I'm back to work at Accenture, which is my 9-to-5 job, one might say. And I felt like I have so much energy and so much more to give, and I'm ready. I'm back to being ready to overperform, over-deliver, and do things that are actually true to myself. Whereas when I was already very tired and functioning on a low energy tank, one might say, I would spot myself sometimes just doing the bare minimum and then being deeply unsatisfied in myself, because that's so against who I am or what I want to stand for. But I literally didn't have enough energy to do more, and I did not even recognize it. But now, as I've taken that step back, went on holidays, came and truly went on holidays, because sometimes I take some holidays just to work on LifewithLiza, the podcast, the other projects, the course that I'm building. And I never truly rest, but this holidays I properly rested, and now I came back, and it feels just so nice to have that energy and to be able to direct it in the way that I want to, that is truly true to myself. And that's something that taking that step back taught me, and properly resting, and again reminding me how important rest is. So I wanted to ask you to think about it, and to think in which area of your life do you need to take some rest, or do you need to take a step back, or do you fear that if you stop doing something if you pause with doing something, that all your progress will be cancelled. And of course, I just don't want to sound it like that the consistency and the discipline are not important, because they are. And literally lots of the times with a lot of things like working out or doing healthy habits consistently, you have to push through you not wanting to do them and to just maintain that consistency. But here I'm talking about a different. I love you too much to let you experience all of those background sounds, so I'm just pausing the video whenever I hear them and then restarting. So so I wanted to invite you to think in which areas of your life you would need to take a step back to get that extra clarity, and to not mistake that. I think something that I use myself as a tool for actually determining whether something is I'm just lazy or whether I actually do need to take some rest is just by asking myself those questions. It's like, why do I not want to work out? Is it because I'm lazy, or is it because I need to take some rest? And then just having that, and then being honest with myself and asking that question is so crucial, because then you understand where you're coming from and you can treat yourself with respect, and then your body and your mind and everything will give so much more to you, and you will be truly in abundance. And also something else that I wanted to share with you, because I'm working on something so exciting that I feel like that's the project of my life. I have never felt more fulfilled, and it is the course that I'm building. And the course is basically everything that I wish my younger self knew or had, and a lot of things that I feel like I just encountered by pure luck and changed my life forever, from the mindset to the purpose, finding your purpose tools, to having actually the ability to develop a consistent action plan that you actually do follow. So the course will be launching sometime in October, I want to say. So stay tuned for that, because it could be truly life-changing for young and ambitious girls. And I feel that I will feel very disheartened if I don't persevere and I let my laziness rule me and not create the actual course, because I know that it can truly impact so many other girls out there. So I'm working very hard on it, and it has 3 parts. So the first one, it would be about the mindset and actually flipping the reality and the way we look at it, because mindset is truly the lens through which we look at the world. And me myself, I came across the mindset thing when I was quite young, and I was like really looking for a job, couldn't get it, got rejected so many times, was completely frustrated. And then there was like this one last job that I really wanted to get, and then I received a message from them that they're not gonna take me. I felt heartbroken, but I decided to go to the bookstore and get a book, and I got the Tony Robbins book, Awaken the Giant Within. And from that day onwards, that day was remembered by the day that I got introduced to Tony Robbins, and the day that Tony Robbins changed my life through the mindset, and not like the day that I got rejected from another job that I really wanted to get. And I feel like I learned from that book way more than I would have from any job that I would have ever done, because it's just such a great basically, like, it's like it's the fundamental things that you have to know to create the life that you truly want. And that's why I wanted to have that part in my course. And then the second part would be to determining your what and your why. What are the things that would truly bring you fulfillment, and what's your why, which is this burning fire that you have that will actually push through all the challenges that life will face you. Because even when you're doing something which is aligned with your purpose, and even something that you're truly meant to be doing here, you will have so many challenges. Literally, even with the podcast, I absolutely love it. There's nothing more I love than having deep conversations with like-minded people, sharing them with you guys. But if you think that there are no issues with just doing the podcast, you will be so mistaken. There are just like so many challenges, from recording to editing to like videos merging, the sound disappearing, and then me sitting there at 2 a.m. and trying to figure out how to make a good episode for you guys. It's just insane. And every time when you face this challenge, your mind is like, why are we doing that? So if you don't have a strong enough why, after some time you just tend to give up. So that's not something that we want to do, because if it's something that is so aligned with our purpose, we do want to also link it to a strong enough why to make sure that we succeed. And then the last part of the course is actually designing the action plan for you, and the one where you would actually take that action. Because literally one of my biggest fears would be for you to buy the course and never look at it, and just to feel good because you got a self-development course. Or another fear of mine would be that you actually got the course, you learned a lot from it, but then you never took action. And as they say, don't ever let yourself learn all of these things and become a fool but never applying them. You have to apply them. There was another background noise happening. So yes, and then we will make sure that you actually take that consistent action that will bring you closer to your goals. So these are the 3 pillars of the course, and it will also have my personal coaching. So I am so excited to connect with more girls and to change their lives, and to give that step-by-step guide and all the blueprints and tools that they would need to create a life that they cannot stop dreaming of. Super exciting. I think you can even feel in my energy that I like always want to jump off this chair, because I'm so excited. I want to like meet these girls and change their lives forever. So if you're one of them, stay tuned, because oh my god, we will go for a wild ride together. I hope this episode brought you a lot of value. With everything that I do, I really try to share all of my knowledge, all of the things that in my life are going wrong, and bring you the best guests that can share their stories, so that we can learn from them, and that we can get the courage, the strength, the hope to actually keep pursuing this mission of becoming our best selves, because there is nothing truly more fulfilling than doing that. And there's nothing that scares me more, apart from you not getting the value from the course, than actually living up to 90 years old and then looking back at my life and realizing that my potential was here, this high, and I achieved it only like this, not even getting close to what I could have been. And I don't want you to have that feeling as well. So I'm doing my absolute best to actually provide all the information, all the tools that you might need to become your best self. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let me know if you did. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, share it with someone who might need to hear it. And I talk to you next week. Be awesome as you are.